Hello everybody. We're going to do some pineapple jelly using fresh pineapple juice. Have fun. Welcome to Living with Grandpa John. Today I'm going to do some pineapple jelly. I had some people ask me about it, and since WinCo had pineapple on sale, I went and bought some pineapple. Now, I got 7 cups of pineapple juice here. For full disclosure, when I cut the pineapple up and then ground them up and ran them through the screen and the cheesecloth, I actually didn't even think about putting the recorder on, but it's not that big of a deal. When you cut your pineapple, of course, you cut the outside off, cut the top, cut the bottom. And I cut mine into chunks. I take the core out. I leave most of the core in there. And I run it through a blender. I had 4 pineapples, and I got, right here is 7 cups of pineapple juice. Now, even with running it through the cheesecloth and the strainer, it's still kind of cloudy because pineapple has a lot of stuff in it. But that isn't going to bother us. The jelly will come out just fine. So we're going to start by putting in the 7 cups of pineapple juice, which I measured earlier. And I got some extra in case I needed it, but that's how much juice I got. There might be close to a cup there. And then I got the pectin, which is going to need 6 tablespoons of pectin. This one's from Biol. They're not sponsoring me. I wish they would, because I use a lot of their products. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And get my little whisk out, and I'm going to start whisking it up. I'll put it on the heat in a little bit, and it usually dissolves a little bit better when you put it on the heat. Now, some people say that you need to mix your pectin in with your sugar when you put it in there, and I've done it both ways. I've done it in the sugar and then put it in the hot juice, or I just put it in the juice and then I've heated up the juice and put it in the juice. To be honest, all 3 ways seem to come out basically the same. The main thing is you need to get your pectin to dissolve. So here, I'm running it, and I got a couple little pieces left. I'm going to run it over and put it on the heat and heat it up. Okay, it's starting to boil a little bit, so I'm going to start adding the sugar. And so to get what I got, it's 3 ingredients. It's 7 cups of filtered, well, not really filtered, but 7 cups of pineapple juice, 100% no sugar added. So this is 100% pineapple juice. I didn't add anything else to it. 6 tablespoons of pectin and 5 cups of sugar. Now I'm going to start adding the sugar little by little. But there's the pineapple juice. And that's what I'm going to add the sugar to. 1 cup at a time until it gets dissolved. Alrighty. Pineapple juice is cloudy, so you really can't see if there's any clumps of sugar in it. So it's not that big of a deal. You just stir the hell out of it, that's all. Just to make sure that there's no clumps. Now we're just going to let it boil and boil and boil until it comes to a rolling boil, and then a rolling boil that you cannot stir down. That's a requirement. So there's no sense for you to watch me do this. I'll get back to you when it's ready to be turned into jelly. Well, there's been a lot of talk about different ways to do this now. A lot of people put a pad of butter in their jelly to help cut down on the foaming that happens, and you still got to scrape off the foam anyway. You don't have to. The foam doesn't affect the flavor one bit. It's just not aesthetically pleasing to have a little bit of foam on top of your jelly. Now I scrape mine off anyway, so I don't put the butter in there. Now I have done it in the past, and I say that there is some reduction in the foaming, but I still got to scrape it anyway, so I just stopped doing it. Now, if you have a better way of keeping the foaming from showing up, please let me know. So I'm at the point now where I gotta let it boil. You're gonna stir it till you can't stop the stirring. Then let it boil for 1 minute. So we're at that point right now. Oh, I forgot one more thing. My little thing full of vinegar to wipe the lids with. And that's just to cut through the sticky part to make sure that it seals. Now we get to start. Yeah, it's kind of boring, but this is it. Making jelly is a really good way to start your canning, preserving, because I said this one only has 3 ingredients. Now the prep time, due to the fact that I used fresh pineapple juice from pineapples that I ground up, the prep time was probably took me an hour to cut them up, grind them up, and strain out the pulp, or the solids from the pineapples. The cook time, probably another 15 minutes, 20 minutes, in that range. Then, of course, there's the time you put them in the jars, and you put the jars in the water, and you heat the water up. That's another half hour. So you can do this all in about 4 hours, I figure. And that's with all the prep involved. Probably less time than that, to be honest. I'll have to do it next time and time it just to see how long it takes to go from start to finish. And it's starting to cool down and it's starting to solidify. So I gotta speed up just a little bit so I can get it to get in the jars. A lot less than I thought. Going. Like I said, this is just plain ordinary white vinegar, and you use it to remove any residue that may be on the edge. Because if you get any kind of residue between the gasket and the jar, it won't seal. Which is not the end of the world. It's just all this work that you did, you want it to work. You want it to... So now I don't boil the lids anymore. Of course, you know, I do wash them. I wash with hot soapy water. But used to, where did that come from? Well, one that's going to have to be, I didn't see that, but it looked like we got a big glob of jelly on the side, and it touched the, yeah, there we go, that's, just get another one. Now you can put the lids on, you don't crank them on. You kind of just snug them up like that with the fingertips. You gotta put them on first. Alright, and I'll get back to you when the water starts boiling. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Alrighty. Well, we're coming up to a boil. Just about there. Give it about another minute. It should have a boil. But a couple questions. One, what is the first thing that you guys have canned, if you have canned anything? And I'm always curious. You guys want me to try to can something? Because I'm up to game. I can can just about anything. You can can butter. You can can milk. You can can any kind of vegetable, but I want to try pickling or fermenting some vegetables like pickled cauliflower and of course pickled beans, pickles themselves, There's a few. My favorite pickle is the red onion, pickled red onion. That's really good for, put it on everything. Just curious, you guys in the comments, just leaving down some notes there. What would you like to see somebody can? And that's a little bit better, but still really can't see what's going on right here. Okay. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that back on. Forgot about the steam. Alrighty, they've been boiling for 10 minutes. Now, there's water on top of the jars. If you see right here, you don't want to try to tilt them too much because it can still siphon on you, which means that it's still pushing a vacuum, and it could push, when it pushes the air out, it could push out some of the liquid when you tilt it. So, just a little heads up, that's all. And the last one. Over here.
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available at your local store. On Stockholm's limited collection,
So, get up a little bit. It's very hot, but look at the color in that. So, I think it's very good myself, but we shall see. Now, I'm just going to get a paper towel, dab up the water on top, and let it sit and cool down until tomorrow, where I will date it, label it, check to make sure everything's sealed. But looking at it right now, hell, they already look like they've already sealed, which is cool. So, well, thank you very much, and we will see you later.